Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back and happy Thursday, which means we're almost at Friday, which I love because we're almost at the weekend again. And don't forget on Monday, since it is that is so crazy. Time is flying. Next Monday, we have our Let's Whine About It for members only. So, all right, let's get to it. But guys, we're back to talk about the Real Housewives of Orange County because it looks like Heather Dubrow is calling the shots. I also heard a rumor that the new woman who's being added to the cast is not actually living in Orange County, which kind of throws me off. I don't understand why they do that. And then on top of it, Heather, let's get into it. Before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so it looks like it really is Heather Dubrow's world. Now, we know Heather Dubrow from the Real Housewives of Orange County. She was the one who was brought in to save season 16, which actually didn't end up happening because, well, it just didn't. So they put all of their eggs in one basket. That was kind of a flop. And hopefully by bringing Tamra Judge back for season 17, we don't have that same mistake. Now, Heather Dubrow actually went on her podcast, Heather Dubrow's World, and talked about her husband, Dr. Terry Dubrow, and the fact that he is not allowed to retire. She's literally calling the shots, and I'm seeing where people are going wild on Twitter about this right now. And they're like, well, why can't he retire, Heather? Don't you think that you guys have enough money? And what do you, why do you get to tell him what to do? Well, she's explaining. She said, I won't let Terry retire. He's a surgeon and he's going to die with the scalpel. She said he might even keel over while he's operating on someone one day, which is okay. He can't retire. And she also said it's because he cannot be home. She does not want him in the house all the time because he will drive her crazy. Now, I was wondering, is it because he can't be in your 20,000 square foot home, which is like, actually, I think it's even more than that. Girl, you can find a place to get away in that house. You have like 500 bedrooms, a massive basement, a man cave. Is it because you don't want him home, or is it because you don't want to let go of that opulent lifestyle? She said he cannot be home. She said that there's too much to worry about with him being around all the time. Now, Page Six caught up with the Botched doctor in February, and he expressed an enduring passion for performing plastic surgery, especially on patients looking for more than just cosmetic enhancements. He said, just when I thought it wasn't going to be another season of impossible to fix plastic surgeries, I don't even think he thought it was going to continue to get picked up. We are now getting into a new world of plastic surgery for wrong congenital deformities, for cancer reconstruction. This all kind of like, I'm not going to lie, I have a lot of respect for doctors, but like doctors that like really enjoy doing this and like the deformities, and it just, have you watched Botched? I knew someone who was on Botched and they were so, proud and happy. And I remember one day when they came into Tom Tom and they were like, oh my gosh, I'm having a screening party because I was on Botched. And I'm like, why would you have a screening party for that? That's something that you're excited about. I just feel like that's like, and then when you see some people come in, I feel so bad for the people who have been botched, but it's like some of these doctors get excited and they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna rip you open and put you back together. And it just kind of sounds like mad scientist. Now, the latest installment of Botched also documented more of Terry's work in the transgender community, helping individuals embrace their identities after physical and emotional trauma. I've learned that it's an exceptionally difficult journey. Fortunately, society is beginning to evolve and understand and appreciate that it's as natural as being gay. It's as natural as having blue eyes or being 6'5" or not. He elaborated, saying it's slowly becoming more accepted and more understood and appreciated, but it's not easy, and it's not easy when you are not accepted. So I think it requires a lot of support. So, I mean, that's amazing. And I think that he does great work. And I think that if this is his passion, he should continue to do that work. But Heather Dubrow, you cannot just tell him he cannot retire. Now, on top of that, we're hearing that Alexis Bellino might, not actually be a part of the cast like she was rumored to be. And that's exactly what it was. It was a rumor. We were hearing that she was in contract negotiations, but now we were hearing that it's not actually going to happen. But there's this new woman who is friends with Bronwyn and Noella, and now friends with Heather and Tamra. So I'm curious how that's going to work out. But I heard that she doesn't even live in Orange County. I was talking to one of the Real Housewives of Orange County 2 days ago, I think, sometime this week. And she was like, I don't get it. I don't get this casting. She doesn't even live here. And I was like, oh, shit. Okay. And speaking of another housewife on the Real Housewives of Orange County, I saw where people were giving Tamra shit because her gym of 10 years, Cut Fitness, has been shut down. She shut it down because COVID, you know, the C word, it took its course, I guess, and it made an impact on the gym. And people are like, oh, that's why she's rejoining the show, because she's gone broke. That's not true. And she hasn't gone broke. And she has a multi-million-dollar company called Vina CBD. She doesn't necessarily need to be on the show. As soon as she was let go, technically demoted, and then she quit, she ended up downsizing her house. I think she started to live more within her means. But now that she has that contract back, yeah, she's making a lot of money. She's going to probably promote her Vina CBD. I'm sure she's going to maybe start other businesses. Like she said, she has more things in her vault that she cannot wait to showcase on the show. But saying that she's gone broke because she's shutting down a gym, she was very open about it. She went on 2 T's in a Pod and she's like, listen, is it a loss? Yeah, it's a loss. Is it sad? Yeah, I'm sad about it. It was an entire journey. And she's like, now looking back, you know, I think that it was incredible that we were able to keep it open for 10 years. Let's just drop it and dead this whole situation. We don't even have to continue to talk about this. As far as the Real Housewives of Orange County go, we know that Vicki Gunvalson has probably just put the last nail in her coffin when it comes to her ever making a return on the franchise, unless she's brought in as sort of a friend role to film a little bit with Tamra, because she's now starting a podcast with Kelly Dodd. Kelly Dodd has been known as one of the most controversial housewives, and Vicki wasn't happy that Tamra started a podcast with Teddy. She was like, why not me? Why not do a podcast with me? I don't understand where you're coming from. So now I think she's going to start a competing podcast with Kelly Dodd, which is I mean, it's actually hilarious. And I think it could be wildly successful. I mean, I think for Tamra and Teddy, they play it safe, a little bit more safe. They talk about the shows. They have like a light, fun banter, but Teddy still hopes to get on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We know that Kyle Richards is always fighting to get her back on. She's always talking about how it would be great to bring back Teddy Mellencamp or Brandi Glanville, and she would really enjoy having them back on the show. So Teddy, I think, still thinks, especially now that Tamra has been brought back, that that door could be open. Honestly, I think that door is closed. And for Tamra to be now on the Real Housewives of Orange County, she can't have the same opinions that she had before, because if you think about it and you break it all down, when Chef Rachel went in on Austin Kroll from Southern Charm, she got in trouble by the network. She didn't care, but the network reached out and said, listen, we don't like you talking about other Bravo talent in poor taste. So I don't think that Tamra will be able to really voice as much of an opinion. Whereas Vicki and Kelly, I don't think they give a shit. I think they're just going to go on and be like, this is stupid. This makes no sense. I don't care. What is she doing? And she's fake. That's a phony storyline. This is so pre-produced. Get her off the show. I started this show. It's going to be wild. The commentary is going to be just off the charts. And I wanted to know if you guys are here for it. I want to know what you think about Heather Dubrow saying that her husband cannot retire. I think it's because of the opulent lifestyle. I don't think it's because she doesn't want him to be home, because really, you could hide like a small army in that house. You would never even know that they're there. We've seen the house. Also, what do you think about people slamming Tamra on social media, saying that she's gone broke? She's not gone broke. What are we saying? And if the new woman who's been added to the cast, if she's actually not living in Orange County, make it make sense. I don't understand that either. So go ahead and comment below. And before you go, thank you guys so much for joining us for our Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and Dubai recap. Of course, we will be back on Monday for our members only live. Let's whine about it. We have more videos coming today and tomorrow. And then on top of that, I have another interview that I'm going to be dropping next week. So I love you guys. Can't wait to see you again. And yeah, do all the YouTube stuff. Bye guys. Love you.